All right, hello, everybody. You're gonna have to tell me if my mic levels are off, because I did test a bit, but it's a new mic. Hello, everybody. How has everybody's week been? Probably don't have to ask. Been a pretty shitty week, hasn't it? Pretty fucking shitty week. But thank you so much for the resub, Dippy Aggie. Thank you. Hello, Gid. The mother was a hamster, verily. The father smelt of elderberries. Yes, he does. It's true. It's true. Both of these things are true. My mom loves hamsters. She loves hamsters. So if you told my mom that she was a hamster, she'd be like, I'm so fucking cute right now. She wouldn't even be mad. Like, other than the general shittiness, how is everybody's week? Hello, Rahara. Hello, Spadazzles. Hello. But yeah, I got this new thick ass microphone. I went to a guitar center so I could try it for myself, and I had to just scream in the guitar center. I just had to yell at the guitar center. Yesterday turned into a goodish day. I'm so glad. Your paladin is level 64 now. Excellent, fantastic. Love a paladin. And your machinist is 92. Crazy that it can be. Like I said, I am so behind on Final Fantasy 14. Someday I'll be back. Let me know if my mic is cutting out at all, because I am curious to know. That's the main reason I decided to get a new microphone. I got a new microphone. It is a dynamic microphone as opposed to a condenser microphone. And the difference is that dynamic microphones, they are a little less sensitive. They pick up a little less sound. They're good for being used on stage at live performances, or if you're recording a podcast in the same room as somebody else, which I don't do, but I do just fucking scream. Oh my god, Hype Train. Danny just resubbed. Oh my god, 30 months, Danny. We have a Hype Train. If we reach level 2, everybody will get an emote. It does take a lot to get to level 2, so don't fucking pressure, jeez. I'm never, wait.
I don't know you.
Thank you, Danny. I am never gonna use that plate. You're so right. If you give me that plate when I was like 10 years old, I would use the shit out of it, because like I was so into Nightmare as a kid, like before it got its major mainstream appeal, because I'm a hipster. And I liked it before it was cool. And now that it's cool, I don't like it anymore. That's not true. I do like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just especially being a Disney bitch, especially see, what the fuck? Danny Marie shout. Hello, Vero. I didn't say that. Danny has given kid, wait, who, herself and Dippy Aggie the emote. So now you can give to the Hype Train knowing you'll get an emote. The F, I love you too. Oh my god. Danny, yeah. If you got a sub, make sure to go play with your new emotes. Everyone wants good news. You're supposed to have a mammogram guided biopsy. The doctor took more images, decided need a 6-month follow-up instead. Hell yeah. A mammogram guided biopsy sounds like hell. Literal hell. Hello, Ruby. Hello. I am such a hipster. You're so right. Yeah, use them emotes. You got yourself a weird girl. You got yourself Arthur Frayne, but also Zardoz. You've got yourself a Brahmsy. Oh my god, Vero, thank you so much. Yeah, 100 or
Verilyn cheered X 100.
100 biddies or a sub will gifted, or your own sub will get you in on the Hype Train. It'll be really fun. Hello, Abby. Oh my goodness. Welcome. First time chatter. We're at level 3. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to stream. I don't know what a stream is. I just show up and scream at this microphone that now presumably can handle my glory. Spando says that, like, if he's watching the stream downstairs, he can turn off the sound and it's exactly the same. Gidge is but. You don't know stuff. Yeah, I don't know stuff. I don't get shit and I don't understand things. That's my general thing. At level 5, wait, at level 5 you go clear? What do you mean? Is that medieval enough? Danny Arcs. What does it mean though? By the way, speaking of Miss Danny Shout, this is not completely in focus and it's not really showing it to its full glory, but that might just be because I don't know. I really was rough on my nails this week because I've been doing tons of wall mounting. I am wearing Neko by Picture Polish, which is a green hollow, which Danny got me because my one of my cat's names is Neko Sensei. So this is a polish for Neko. Let's see. Wait, Scientology joke. Oh, okay. Wait, you can become invisible in Scientology? It has the word science in it, so it must be true. Let's see. A joke at the expense of Scientology. We allow, hello Luna. We allow jokes at the expense of Scientology in this chat. Here in this chat. I allow it. I'll allow the Scientology joke. You're still technically at work, but nothing is happening. I'm so happy that nothing is happening, I loved it when I worked from home and nothing was happening, but then if anything was happening when I worked from home, it was like an instantaneous panic attack. So going clear means that you admit all your secrets to the guy, to the Scientology man. When you hold the silver toilet paper rolls, you know so much more about Scientology than me. You really do. I moved my pin board, by the way, to the other side of the room. So I need to figure out a new thing to like put behind my head. I kind of want to put something up on the wall. I think it'd be fun. Hello, Wendy. Hello. I am so excited to finally bust out this plate. So Gidge, I may never use the nightmare plate, but at least I'm using an unused plate. Also, I want you all to know that I used to have a big overhead mount. We've moved it downstairs to possibly film some tabletop games. But I needed something to like put next to my, like this camera mount. So I can like clamp it to it and make sure that it's totally stable. So I have this adorable, oh no, I'm like doing weird shit. You can see all my stuff. I have this adorable like goose swan cup, like mug thing. And that's now what's holding up my camera. And I also want to put my, of course, now that I've moved this, it's like, what do I do? How do I put that in the place I want to? You watched the Leah Remini show about it. I kind of assumed that's what it was. I keep like hitting this. Hello, Trina. Hello. I'm going to get into removing my nail polish because I've been having some very dry fingies on my right hand. So I want to get the nail polish off and then immediately like soak those fingers in bag balm. So let us get some of this. Chests are on the way, everybody. If you're into hype chest, open it up. Let's see. Yeah, we got that doggo. Yeah. If you got yourself a reward, check it out. Very fun. Trina retreats into the shadows. Okay, enjoy your lurk. You're going to paint your nails too. What color should you use? I'm going to be using green and maroon and gold, I believe. So you could do that along with me. Rahara, I think I might do a little bit of reverse painting. Probably nothing too involved today. But you can watch what I do and do what I do. Ooh, ox blood. Very good. For no particular reason. It's a fun color. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Some people find it tricky doing the reverse stamping, but it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You just gotta not psych yourself out about it. Use OPI, the blues for red. OPI's got some good reds. So true. Puddled Rage. Wait, MC. What's MC? I know what MC is. By the way, Speaking of rage and whatnot, Mooncat. Okay, I don't have that one. I have Mooncat, but I don't have that Mooncat. And I'm not like, again, it's my hipster. It's my hipster gene. I'm like, everybody loves Mooncat. I can't. Everybody loves Mooncat and Hollow Taco. I've got to be different. I mean, I love them. I'm just, I'm not a stan. I'm not a stan. The hype train cracked your browser. No, Vero. I'm so sorry. It was too powerful. It was too powerful. All right, we got our shrimp fingers. We got them going. I watched the new horror movie, The Substance, starring Demi Moore and some other chick, whose name I don't know. Yes, that is what we got. That is what we got, Vero. Hello, Jajube. Yeah, you got it. You got it. It was the #1 dog. You got it. You got it. Hello. Yeah, I'd been seeing The Substance all over my Tumblr feed. And so I finished half of it the other night and finished the rest of it like right before stream because I was like, well, I want to be able to talk about it and have a fully fledged opinion on it. And so I did that. Wait, it's not a dog? Is it a cat? Oh, it's a cat. I thought it was like a sheep. It's definitely a cat. Okay. Look, I don't see the world through that lens. I don't care if you're a dog or a cat. That's actually not true. I do care if you're a cat because I like cats better than dogs. The thing about dogs is that they look at you like you're their entire life. And I'm like, oh, you're too much for me. Cats look at you like you're a meal ticket. And I'm like, that is what I am. That is what we are. For Mooncat, you only have Queen of Chaos, Midnight Drive, Freshly Bitten, Nightcrawler, Pomegranate Seeds, and Curiosity's Prey, and Dark Omens. You have a lot that I don't have, actually. I only have of what you have. I only have Queen of Chaos, Curiosity, and Curiosity's Prey. Yeah, that's all I have. You're willing to pick another shade for your other hand. Well, of the ones that you have, I mean, Queen of Chaos isn't that a nice dark red? I like that. But it's just a creme. I've, like, for the first time since I've gotten into the nail polish hobby, I've been in the mood for, like, darker colors. Usually I'm just like, nah, give me neons all year round. But today we're into the dark colors. Okay. Hello, Karen. How are you doing? You still like it when the kitty, what do you say? Your cat Lilo looking at you like a meal ticket also looks at me like her mom, very affectionate and cuddly. Yeah, no, my cats love me very much, and I love my cats very much. But I do like that they seem to have their own thing happening, and they're not just like waiting for me to tell them what to do. Yeah. She's 14. Is that big? Both of my cats are pretty small. And one of my cats is what we call a 10-pound, 9-pound cat. She's supposed to be 9 pounds. She's actually 10 pounds. She's a heavy cat. Okay. All right. Because, like, my cat before these cats was like 20 pounds. And so my cats seem fucking tiny. But yeah, one of them is 10 and one of them is 12. Your cat's giving you maximum cuddles right now, sleeping on your ankles. Very good. It's like 500 pounds pressing down sensitive spots. Yep. That's what cats love to do. That's what they love to do. They love to find your most sensitive spots and just sit on them, you know? Just sit on them. But yeah, has anybody else watched The Substance? It's like, I don't think I'm gonna watch it again, but it was interesting, and it was very interesting the stuff that I assume it was inspired by. Sometimes, you know, I think something's inspired by something and it's just not. But yeah, this one looks like it was pretty visually inspired by The Shining, and conceptually inspired by Death Becomes Her. But it, like, Death Becomes Her is a dark comedy, a horror comedy, people might not even consider it to be horror, but it absolutely is body horror. But it's kind of just like a good time with dark themes. And very similar themes of just like not wanting to grow older and ugh. But like this one, it's like it's not very fun. But it's good. Wait. Did anyone see the Cleona psilocybin siblings? I have not seen that. I didn't know they had a psilocybin polish. I have been for years now looking for an excuse to buy Cleona, but every time that I've just never seen one on sale that's been like that's been enough for me to want to get it. But they have such a beautiful bottle. Their bottle is so pretty. Yeah, I'm so glad I got Mubi. Mubi has all of the good movies. I think that's I think that's how they just like do their thing. They're just like, we're going to get the best movies by hook or by crook. We're going to have them on our site. And because I know that people like Tarsum Singh works with them, like he decided to release The Fall on Mubi and not somewhere else. It makes me feel like perhaps they cut people better deals than other services. I'm curious to find out if they want a movie, are they like willing to like really pay for it? Are they like, do they pay better than other services for the movies? If they do, that's really awesome. See, Black Friday is the best for Cleona. That's when they have their highest discount. All right. Cleona looks very pretty, but always on someone else. You're more of a flaky gal, and they seem very delicate. Yeah, they do seem to have mostly like shimmers. And honestly, shimmers are kind of my favorite, other than like metallics. But yeah, but at the same time, like when I'm on polished pickup or whatever, I'm not like, oh, damn, cut me off piece that. Like usually I am about like the look of it, but I like they don't pass. Other things win, you know? Do I look... Anybody else got this fetish? Does this look sexy to you? It doesn't look as sexy as it could. It's not as like taut. I really want some like elbow length ones. Because when I'm feeling sexy, I want to look like I'm going to help a cow give birth. The sexiest thing one can do. Their formula is kind of like Penelope Lu's, very silky. Interesting. There you go. PBU emailed you about the Black Friday sale list. We haven't opened it because you're scared. You need to buy it saying, yeah. Oh, I've got to do financial stuff today. I'm needing to do it for like 3 days. And then I keep just like other things keep taking priority, and then I just don't do it. You have Suit and Sugar, which is a flaky bomb from Cleona. And it's HHC. That sounds fun. I don't know what it looks like, but it sounds like it would look fun. PPU changed the dates to their December shop. Are they doing some sort of holiday thing that's happening early? I don't know. Are they doing a thing? I forgot to take my ADHD meds. 1 sec. I'm not going through this day without those. That is not happening. You need to make an ADHD injection that you go on for like 3 months. So I have to remember this every day. All right. You choked on my coffee, Cow Lukes. Yeah, in a distinctively unsexy way. You don't know my fetishes. I'm like, let me put on my long ass glove and then have you choke on your coffee. No, that's not true. Unless, I mean, the thing is that if you're a sexy person, you probably look sexy doing whatever you're doing. If it's choking on coffee, if it's, you know, birthing a cow, if you're a monster Demi Moore birthing a human breast from the side of your cheek, which is something that doesn't not happen in the substance. You're no longer a bunny. Sacrilege. Sacrilege. Wait, a military tank? Danny's buying herself a old World War II military tank. She's, you know what, Danny's in Texas. She needs all the help she can get. You're a big leopard lady. Well, that is sexy, but bunny girls. But bunny girls. I think you'll find bunny girls is the answer. There's a really cute axolotl stamping plate from MDU. I guess you're gonna have to get that stamping plate, Annie. Now that you're a certified axolotl mama, you might make an alt. Okay. You do have an axolotl now. Yeah. Yeah. Danny does have an axolotl. What is the axolotl's name again? Toothless. Toothless. That's your axolotl's name. Wait, what about bat envies? We have many bat envies. Gecko gender. That wasn't talking about last time. I can't keep up with things that are said. In general, in the world. All right. Like bunny girls. Yes, yes. Okay, one sec. Let me pause my music. I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear this because I have a much less sensitive microphone. How is my voice sounding? Please let me know because this microphone is new. And I want to know. Is it a double one? A double plate? There we go. All right. All right. Thank you. I'm so glad you can hear them. Thank you. I'm so glad I sound good. My microphone and the thing that connects it to the computer are about the same price. So I thought that I was like saving mucho dollars on this microphone. And like, I did like altogether, they were about $300, which is about my budget. But like, I'm gonna fuck around with this really quickly because I need it to be facing a little more downward so that I can lift this up and not have it in my way. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll have to start doing it tilting down. This is the whole new world here. You had posted it. Wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yes, get a cute picture because I only have one that is not the axolotl in the toilet, but it does look like it's the axolotl in a toilet. All right, so. We are going to do this. we are going to use this plate. There's many things I want to do. I love that they have a few of these like Buck Wild drawings down here. I love that, like the weird rabbit. I love the rabbit with the shield. Okay. I think what we're gonna have to do, I think I'm just gonna kind of like paint a background and then just put some shit on there. Let's just, ooh, I could do, cause there are these like letters. There's one letter. Oh, there's another letter. Oh, there's an S. There's an S right there. There's an L. I'm like, oh, the L is so cool. Do I want to do like paper? I was gonna do like maroon and green, but I don't know. Oof, suddenly my tummy kind of hurts. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hopefully it'll stop. Is this lost? Yeah, it's lost. This plate is lost. That would be the funniest plate if somebody just did like a lost.jpg plate and just like had a bunch of different things that if you look at them too long, it's lost. I think that would be fantastic. All right. I do think I want to do some sort of parchment. But I do also... There's a green I really wanted to... But let me look at some polishes. Let me look at some polishes really quick. So this is Aegean. This is one of the colors I wanted to use today. It looks a little more blue-green in the video. It's a little more green-green, but still, you know, it's kind of got a teal look to it, IRL, and it's got little gold flakies, and I love it. And I guess if I wanted the red version of it, it would be 777 by Kelly Marissa, but I don't think that I want this exact look. I think I'll use Aegean, and then I'll do parchment. So. For parchment, of course, we're gonna need Sassy Nass. I think I'm gonna use the green, because I've just been craving using this green. And then I was thinking of using Chalet Getaway, but actually I think I'm gonna use... See Y'all Later Chai, because it's just kind of like a warmer tone. And we are going to do a parchment effect. So I gotta get my Glad cling wrap. Hold on. My Glad cling wrap. Hashtag not sponsored. Could you imagine if Glad sponsored me? You were taking axolotl pics. Did you hear Sassy Nass? Yes, you did hear Sassy Nass. Hello, Tiffany. Not the content warning when clicking on the stream. Yep. Yes, there's going to be sexual content and profanity. Lots of it. We're showing our whole tits today. No, they don't allow that. Unfortunately, I'm not opposed to showing my whole tits. Honestly, I don't even give a shit. But for some reason, such a big deal when you show titties. In the movie I was just watching, there's this New Year's show, and there's like a little girl in the audience, and then on stage there were like women, like topless women. And at first I was like, this is so inappropriate. And then I was like, but why though? Like, yeah, these are very scantily clad women, but like, that doesn't really matter. The titties don't really matter. All right. So before I do that, I have to dry these out. I must. My nails got a bit stained from the green that I was wearing. But they don't really look more yellow. So whatever. My nails are getting really long. Not really long, not like they used to be. But I want to keep them kind of short. And hello, Witchy Caresses. Hello, hello. No movie night tonight, but next week, we are watching one of my favorite movies of all time. Toothless is in Pets. Let's go see the Toothless. Where's Pets? Where did Pets go? Oh my God. Let's share. This is Danny's axolotl. If you ever wanted to know what, I don't know, a salamander would look like if it had feathers, this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Hello, Earth Girl. I am so glad you were finally here. We are talking about next week's movie, a sexolotl. Yes. It's okay, Danny. It's okay. We still love him. We still love him. That is Danny's new axolotl. Yeah, we're going to be watching Everything is Illuminated, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think you'll find it is different, but also the same as many of my favorite movies. And it is just an awesome movie. It takes place mostly in Ukraine. And it's fantastic. It's got such a good soundtrack, visually stunning, and emotional damage. You will be emotionally damaged by this movie. Sweet, sweet emotional damage. Yeah, there is a dog named Sammy Davis Jr. Jr. in it. And I love Sammy Davis Jr. Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. Jr. is an officious seeing eye bitch. Is what they call Sammy Davis Jr. Jr. Anyway, you'll love it. I think you'll love it. I've never met somebody who hasn't loved this movie. So come watch it. You read the book, but it's been forever. I like the movie better than the book. The book is, like, the movie's a bit weird, for sure. The movie's a bit weird. But the book is a bit weirder. Yeah. No, that's a cute name. Toothless is a cute name. You're gonna find a super cute Toothless, a dragon sticker for his tank. That's so cute. So cute. All right. I feel like I need to adjust the temperature of the camera a little bit because it is a little warm. Oh wait, maybe the reason it's warm is because I don't have my other light on here. Is this too bright now? No, it's about right. It's good. Toothless was modeled after an axolotl. Very interesting. Very interesting. To me, he looks like a long-haired black cat. But that's probably just because I had a long-haired black cat when that movie came out. I would believe it. I believe it. Yeah. Irwin has a Steve Irwin sticker, so you gotta keep the theme. Absolutely. You don't have a name for your beta fish, though? Well, that's because he's a fucking beta. This has the old Cert Colors brush. And part of me wants to switch over to the new Cert Colors brush because I have a few extra. But it's been a long, long time since I used a suboptimal brush. He's just the beta. Fish, you're such a fucking beta. By the way, Earth Girl, how has your week been other than just absolutely, completely shitty? Because I know for many of us, it was just a very shitty week. This polish is called Aegean. I do think it's still available from Cert Colors. And I love it. Jesus fuck, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. That's about how I feel about this week as well. I do want to flip my microphone over. Which way? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Which way does this go? I did a really good job. Okay, it's going. It's going. All right, now we'll put it facing me a little bit more. This is now kind of like in my light. Hold on, what way? There we go. There we go. Fascinating. Okay. All right. New mics are fun. You finally had your car officially ruled total a mere 6 weeks after the accident, so you can go get a replacement car. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Your mother-in-law always said November was the worst month of the year, but oh, has it been rough, right? Right? Other than the obvious bullshit that's been happening, I've been pretty okay this November. But yeah, it is a lot. So we're going in with Sassy Nass. By which I mean Sassy Ne Pas Blanc by Cert Colors. Not Cert Colors, excuse me. By Orly. And then we're gonna do an effect over it. But also, you looky how you've been managed at work on this work contract. The work itself you enjoy, but you would never work with these folks again if you had the choice. You don't have the choice. I'm so sorry. That blows. So there are people that your like employer works with that you're working with. Is that what I'm understanding? I think I will put some maroon. I'll stamp some maroon over this green. I think is what I'm gonna do. All right. Here we go. Lovely. Well, you can't really see it right there because it's out of focus. You work for one agency and subcontracted out to another agency. Yes. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I'm like, I assure you it makes sense. My brain is just trying to get by. But the good news is my favorite smutty comic uploads tomorrow. I think, actually. I don't actually know if they update tomorrow because they just finished their season 2, which was really funny. So this comic had season 1 and it was like 15 episodes or 20 episodes or something. And then it's been like double that length. And now we're at the end of season 2. But like between seasons 1 and 2, they didn't take any time off. So I'm like, are they gonna what does the season mean? I think the boys are okay. So spoiler alert, if you're reading Arthur, if you're reading the Korean webcomic Arthur, which is currently coming out, plug your ears or something. But everything was going okay. Everything has been going okay. And then Arthur was like, let's go to this bar because someone I know works there. This is such a convoluted story, like not in a bad way. You're on YouTube because Twitch was being a bitch. I'm so sorry, but I'm very glad you're on YouTube with us right now. I'm just gonna feel up my boobies a little bit right now. You're getting what Danny gets during recordings when I just sit there and go like, my boobies. But yeah, so they go to a bar, and right now we're in the process of these boyfriends becoming actual boyfriends. But they're sitting there, and this guy he knows is like, oh, there's this dude who keeps coming in, and he's so cool and whatever. And then the dude walks in, and it's Silas's horrible brother who has been a part of this whole thing. And that's where we ended. He just walks in, and you're like, oh shit, that's Silas's like serial killer gang leader brother. Yeah. Yes, we love a happy Danny. We love a happy Danny. Yeah, everything is so convoluted. Just like the boy actually is not very convoluted. This is too blown out. Hold on. Let me go fix this. My Logitech G Hub. Which are you? This one? Yeah. And then exposure. Perhaps this. That's pretty good. All right. Well, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate that happened to your favorite webtoon. Hoping that doesn't happen with Arthur. But honestly, there was a whole arc recently that like was making me like fucking lose sleep. I was going fucking nuts. And it's been resolved. And honestly, I would be just fine if they just like ended it ASAP. I'm like, just let them be happy, end it. Just end it. Just end it. It wasn't your favorite. But the main character was very horny on main. Can relate. Arthur definitely is not for everybody. Not for everybody. But it is my favorite trope of sex partners to lovers. Like, I pretty much only write sex partners to lovers. Like, hopefully that's like, the phrasing is not like throwing anybody there. It's just like, you have sex with somebody and you're like, this isn't that. And then, oh wait, it is that. Because I want the slow burn, but I want the sex now. I have a structured slow burn, but I need sex now. You know what I mean? She was like, you're pretty, I want to fuck you. I see. Well, I won't be reading that fic because, or that webtoon, because, you know, it'll never be updated probably. I've also been reading this one about, it's called The Duke's Dead. And it's about like this Duke that like through magic can't come, and he meets a wizard who fixes that. And I thought, like, I do think it's pretty, like, it is pretty silly. Most of the stuff I read is pretty silly. But that's also a sex partners to lovers. That's all I read, apparently. The wizard does make me think of David Bowie. In the best way. There we go. As good wizards should. Exactly. Only there's a bad wizard, but he looks like Elias from the Ancient Magus Bride, and it breaks my heart. I'm like, if your wizard has a stag skull, he should be a good wizard who I love. know whatever this guy is. Gandalf Big Naturals, David Bowie. Where do you fall on the spectrum? I am, I think right in between. Because I got the Big Naturals. But other than that, I am not like Gandalf in pretty much any way. Maybe I am. We both like to smoke. And I do have a fellowship. But it's the Fellowship of the Nail. I'm trying to make it the Fellowship of the Boy. No, honestly, I'm okay if not everybody watches The Boy. I'm kind of fucking fine with that. Anybody playing Veilguard? Dragon Age, the Veilguard? I am not. I am considering it. My problem is that I am a huge Dragon Age fan. Massive Dragon Age fan. And so far as I've heard, all the issues I thought would be there are there. Everything that I was like, I'm worried about this, because they changed the entire production team. And not only did they change the entire production team, but there was a lot of turnover during the project. I don't really trust that anybody was working on it from start to finish. BioWare is like the company, but EA owns it. And they didn't always own it. And they've just been slowly killing BioWare over the years. And then, yeah, I think this is kind of where it dies for me. Yeah, you know, I know you're playing. How are you liking Veilguard, Vero? I would love, thank you, Michael. I would love your opinion, both, because I've gotten some of your opinions. I love your opinion on it as a game and also as a Dragon Age person, because Vero and I met through Dragon Age. We met through our love of Dragon Age. And Vero knows that it probably knows my theories and my views on Dragon Age better than anybody else, except for maybe Husbando. But you read more of my fic than Husbando. Hello, Nix Polish. You returned home from a test for your teaching certification. This morning you had 2 tests left to pass. This afternoon you have 1 test left to pass. Amazing. You shall pass. I will be Gandalf Big Naturals right now and tell you, you shall pass. You have totally got it. But as far as, as far as it goes, so far it sure is a game. Yeah, it's kind of, it's a game. Yeah, you can tell by the pixels. It's a video game. There's a lot of, maybe not a lot, but there's a fair amount of characters that they like brought in from old games. That they just created a different character model. Just a different fucking character model. And I'm just like, why? Why did you do this? Also, I heard from Kay from the Fruit Bat, you need some actual lore to chew on. Okay, yeah, this Vero, like, this is so bittersweet. This is so bittersweet because on one hand, there is nothing more that I want than an amazing Dragon Age 4 game. And if this team had brought us an amazing Dragon Age 4 game, I would have been like, I would have sucked it up and said, I was wrong. I was wrong. Great job, y'all. You know, good game. Smack their butts. I'm very sad that didn't happen. I would rather that have happened. But it's so nice to be right. It's so nice to be right. I love being right. I'd rather have fun than be right. But sometimes being right is the fun you have to have. You tried to tell the Grey Warriors about it, and they legit called you crazy and didn't believe you. That's so fucking lazy. That's so fucking lazy. If you don't know the Dragon Age system, in every game before this, your decisions in the past, if they didn't matter a lot, they at least were something that like mattered a bit. They at least affected something. I'm so sad. Something that makes me really sad is that there wasn't a chance for, you can have a baby in Dragon Age 1 and you can see it again in Dragon Age 3 and love it and be like, you're the best child that's ever existed, the apple of my eye. I wish we could have had him all grown up in this game and that he was a main character. I would really have liked that. Maybe even perhaps a companion, a possible companion. But no, they don't. They want to just erase all your past decisions. They don't want to let you, because that character might not exist, or it might exist. And the old people weren't afraid to let that be a fucking thing, but the new people are. Oh, okay. I didn't read your first thing. The new revelations about the Blight are interesting, but they aren't really being reckoned with. And the Northern Grey Wardens, though, these are Northern Grey Wardens, so they were trying to reach out to the ones who don't just sit around at Savine bars drinking in full armor. Incredible. Incredible. It's what I would do if I was a Grey Warden. I would just sit around at Tevinter and get crunk. Is what I would do. Sorry if this Dragon Age conversation isn't that interesting, but it's interesting to me. I do feel like I must play the game because I really do hate shitting on things I haven't like actually experienced. So maybe I will wait till it goes on sale because like I don't want to pay full price for it. They've also said they're not making, it's such an insult. They're not making DLC for this game. And they're like, and that's because we're gonna go work on Mass Effect. We want to work on Mass Effect, the other big BioWare franchise. But the last Mass Effect game was super shitty. And I was like, maybe we'll get better in the DLC. And then they didn't do any DLC. And I'm just like, stop pretending. Stop fucking pretending. Wait, you're really worried they made Iron Bull's worst ending canon? I literally had what? No. The Iron Bull is my romance from Dragon Age. And in his worst ending, he can turn on you. And then you kill him. And he was my boyfriend. And so like I was playing the DLC that happens in and I thought he was gonna turn on me. And I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then he didn't turn on me because he loved me. And then my husband was like, have some faith in your boyfriend. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I should have faith in my boyfriend. Well, this makes me want to write my fanfic even more. You know what? I'm glad this sucks. Because I had a really good idea. I had a really good idea for how I wanted the whole soulless thing to end. So maybe I'll just fucking write it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I got you, fam. Got hanged with folks who are really on the ground fighting the Blight, so we'll see. Maybe some will already have met, I hope. Yeah, fixing the fic. I have seen some spoilers, Vero. I don't think you're gonna get what you want. Because it seems to be a pretty bad sticking point. People have. Oh boy. Who are you romancing, Vero? When Kay was telling me about meeting Varric in the game, he was like, he didn't know Varric's bow's name, Varric's crossbow's name, but I found out it's just because he had like only played the very, very beginning. So please tell me they didn't change his bow's name and that he still introduces it. No, I put on top coat. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to put on top coat. It's okay. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. Hello, Nailed It guys. So good to see you. You still don't have a romance chosen. You're flirting with everybody. Are they cool? Do you like them? Ugh, I do wonder though how this effect will look with top coat, because it shouldn't be like layered. He doesn't introduce it as Bianca. This is like insulting. It's so insulting. They didn't do anything. Didn't I yell at you about the major character death in your first encounter with Solus? No, you didn't. This is just a Dragon Age stream. Which I guess with this plate kind of makes sense. It's not exactly medieval Dragon Age, but like, it's close. It's kind of like pre-Renaissance, Renaissance, early Renaissance. Why? What'd he do? And Varric hadn't even introduced Bianca? As Bianca? Was Varric upset? I'm so confused. Whatever. EA can suck my dick. It is. All right, so let's see if I can do this thing that I want to do. I think I'm gonna have to clean this plate. So let me, how much I am gonna need to refill. I need to refill my regular acetone. Well, if I really stretched myself, I could probably make this Dragon Age themed, but that's not really my goal for today. That's not really the goal. The goal for today is be salty about Dragon Age. Varric had more pressing concerns and wound up unconscious. Maybe they haven't told him since he woke up. I am disgusted. The good news is that, like, I've developed, because of Arthur, actually, Arthur has made me develop constructive coping mechanisms. Because every time I'm upset with Arthur, not him, Arthur's a perfect angel, but with his boyfriend Silas, every time I'm upset, I just work on my own fanfic. Arthur's my precious baby. Arthur, not that Arthur's never done anything wrong in his life, it's just that Silas is the fucking worst. And I say that as somebody who highly relates to him. I'm like, I'm in this picture and I don't like it. You could use some coping mechanisms. Creativity is a wonderful coping mechanism. And also, I talk about this a lot, but I've been doing DBT. And DBT is dialectical behavioral therapy. And it really just focuses on emotional regulation and distress tolerance, because that's something that I've had a lot of struggles with in my life, because I am a very heavily feeling person. I feel things very, very deeply, and it is a blessing and it's also a curse. And you know, a lot of us were not given, you know, appropriate coping mechanisms, or coping mechanisms that help us with, you know, this size of emotion. So yeah, there's a lot of resources on YouTube and stuff if you just search like DBT coping mechanisms. It's really, really good. And Witchy Caresses, I have a pocket guide. I was thinking of sending it to you earlier, actually, but I didn't just want to be like, here's a pocket guide, go. But the place I'm taking my class through, and I can post it in the Discord as well, has a little guide. Like, look stuff up and I don't know. Get advice. But I don't know how good it is if you haven't taken the class. I don't know. Who knows? It's helped me, but I'm also taking the class. But yeah, just like searching DBT is good. But basically, like, the core idea, of course, the core idea, actually, there's a lot of core ideas. I don't know. What I found the best about it is, like, learning the concept of self-validation. Like, I don't need other people to tell me that my feelings are valid. I can sit there and think about it. So, like, an example would be, like, well, there's one that somebody used. Like, you want a muffin at a coffee shop. You've been looking forward to that muffin all day at this coffee shop. And the person in front of you gets the muffin that you wanted. It's the last one they have. Like, you're angry. And being angry sounds fake, right? You're angry, and being angry is valid. Something got in your way. That's a valid emotion to feel when you want something and your path is blocked. That I don't think is true. And also the thing is, here's the thing that, like, really changed the way I view this whole situation. You can be wrong factually, but still have a valid emotion about it, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, you can be mad that somebody took that muffin. And that madness, that being angry, can be valid, that you're angry. But at the same time, that's dialectical, two things at the same time. At the same time, that person isn't a bad person for taking your muffin because they didn't know it was your muffin. So if, say, you're not emotionally regulated and you don't have coping skills, you might start yelling at that person who does not deserve to be yelled at, that they stole your muffin, that they took the last muffin and you hate them. But that's not going to help you, and that's not going to help them, because that's not going to get you your muffin. It's going to get you thrown out of the coffee shop. So you have to be able to go, you know, basically name your emotion. I'm angry about this muffin. And think about how you want to proceed. Will yelling at that person get me that muffin? No. It will embarrass me. It will scare them. It will get me thrown out of the coffee shop. And then I'm just going to be left with regret after I have thrown the tantrum about my muffin and left with no muffin. Or maybe I will get a muffin that I stole from them. But how's that muffin going to taste with all that regret? Like when you were crying yesterday that you had no friends, John told you just felt like that because you were sick. Yeah, I know you got one big ol' friend. At least, and other ones as well. But yeah, that's you every time of the month during your period. Exactly. So yeah, like that's a thing. That's a big thing that about DBT that's really been helping me is there's a difference between repression and emotional regulation. Repression is what you're doing, Vero, in some ways. I'm wrong. I'm bad. I shouldn't feel this way, blah, 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 all that stuff. That is, you're repressing, and when you repress, you're filling up that bottle that's gonna be like filling up full of bubbles, and sometime it's gonna open up and everything's gonna go to shit. But if you can say to yourself, I right now feel depressed. I feel like I have no friends. I feel like this, that, or the other thing. And accept that that is how you're feeling. In my opinion, it's easier to deal with that and try not to blame yourself for it. Because it's never wrong to have an emotion. There are actions that are wrong, but there aren't emotions that are wrong. You are allowed to feel whatever you want about anything. You're allowed to be a total bitch in your feelings. You shouldn't do that to you shouldn't be a bitch. You shouldn't act out on people. You shouldn't hurt people, yell at people, things like that. But there is nothing wrong with standing behind somebody in line and they take your last muffin and you're like, you fucking son of a bitch. I fucking hate you right now. No one can stop you from doing that, and you shouldn't stop yourself from doing that either. But you can also say to your inner child who wants to throw a tantrum about their muffin that this isn't going to help you. This isn't how we treat other people. This isn't how we do that. So let's calm ourselves down. Let's take a break, a timeout. Let's see. You think in the stages of grief, you're in the depression stage, even though you're not sad, you're just literally sleepy all the time. So you think that's depression. It's weird. Yeah. Is that weird? No. Sorry. No, that is not weird at all. I have clinical depression and have for the last like 15 years, or diagnosed for the last like 15 years. And yeah, it is sometimes like that. Sometimes it's just like, in my opinion, it's just this buildup of emotion and your body's tired of handling it. It's just tired. So you're physically tired. Absolutely. Your English professor said, every time you lose something, you go through stages of grief, even if it was something small like your favorite pen. Yeah, I think that's totally true. And I think that even if you are experiencing stages of grief over something like your favorite pen, I think that that's totally valid. It's totally valid to be sad about that. Nobody can tell you that, you know, that you aren't having those feelings, and you shouldn't tell yourself that having those feelings is wrong. Yeah. Sometimes when you have depression, you just gotta rot in bed all day. That's how it be. But yeah, accept yourself. Don't repress yourself, but also don't be a shit to other people or be a shit to yourself, you know? Easy as that. You're fixed. Is everybody fixed now? We can all go home. We fixed it. You love to go to therapy to realize you're grieving like all the time. There is unfortunately a lot to grieve right now. But I think that there's also a lot to celebrate. Because even in these dark times, we have each other. A lot of my favorite getting through dark times quotes are from Harry Potter, so I wish they weren't. But just know that I'm giving you my favorite quotes. Yeah, top coat will fix you. Top coat would fix this country right now. Can we just top coat that? Can we just give the whole world a nice thick coat of glossy top coat? By the way, I just crumbled up some, obviously some plastic wrap. And I'm dabbing it in the same color that I painted my nails in, and then also this other color to just make kind of a parchmenty look. Ooh. Yeah, every therapist is different. Yeah. Every therapist is different. And I've even had different therapists throughout my life who have been good for that time, and then I've had to move on from. Like, I had a therapist who was so good for when I was in a really, really deep depressive episode. She was kind of a no-nonsense therapist. It was kind of just like, get up, go do it. And that's kind of like what I needed at the time. It's not what everybody needs all the time, but I think most of us need that sometimes. But then like towards the end of our time working together, like I was dealing with some like problems, like, how do I put it? Some business related problems that I would occasionally vent about to her. And she would like, oh no, I got a bunch of like random cotton hair. on my nail. Where the fuck did that come from? Anyway, I couldn't get through a session without her telling me how to live my goddamn life. And I started lying to her about my life because I couldn't get through a session without her taking like a half of the session to be like, you need to contact a lawyer. You need to do this. You need to do this thing. You need to do that thing. And I'm like, and she was always going on. Like, she was basically like, I could lose my license for giving you bad legal advice. So I'm going to give you legal advice. And it's like, this is in no way your place at all. Like, you could lose your license probably for this thing you're doing right now. So eventually I was just like, I can't keep paying this person. But then I moved on to another therapist and she was fantastic. But then I had to move on from her again because I was dealing with a lot of issues that I really needed to work on, but she liked me too much to really work on those issues. So yeah, it is worth it to try therapy again. Hi, Justine. Hello, everyone. Nail polish is the only thing holding you together right now, so you're on board with the top coat approach. Absolutely excellent. You never seen a therapist and you think you'd like to see one, but couldn't afford it. Ugh, that is tough. There are, especially through certain like LGBTQ centers throughout the United States, so a lot of them do, even online, do free therapy. If you want me to ask, one of my friends I know was talking about it, gets free therapy from one, and I think you might be able to do it like other places too. The question is, if something's vaguely lifted from other authors, that sometimes is fine. Not saying J.K. Rowling's fine. Just, I don't know. I don't really love nitpicking pieces of work. That's just a me thing. I just kind of like vibing. Hello, Fruit Bat. Hello. Not saying I'm still reading it, because I am not. Yeah, there's also the student programs. Those are good as well. It is a good idea. Fruit Bat, how are you doing? How is your play of the Veilguard? You're the only one who gets to enjoy it because you didn't play the other Dragon Age games. Yeah, you truly are making the hard decisions there. I just buy whatever the cheapest is, and I go about my day. All right. So I think that the cotton hairs aren't really noticeable. If I put another layer of top coat on this nail. So far, it's been fun. Your only complaint is very petty. What is your only complaint? Painting this hair into my Manny. Part of me wants to play Veilguard. And the other part of me, the other me. I'm really getting into the substance now. The other part of me is like, maybe I'll just play Baldur's Gate finally. You're annoyed when the game calls you Rook the whole time when they gave me the option to name myself. Yeah. The only game that I know that doesn't do that 100% of the time is Fallout 4. But there's only one character who will call you by the name that you chose, and only if it's within the list that they gave you. You understand it from a dialogue standpoint. The subtitles say who's talking, and it says Rook for you instead of your name. It's annoying. Yeah, that do happen. Malika was my Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition, my favorite character that I've ever made of all time. My precious baby. Yeah, nobody's ever called her Malika, even though that was the standard name she came with. Like, I didn't change her name. I like choosing the name that they give you because I like my characters to like build themselves in video games, not in, you know, regular writing because I've got to build those characters, but in video games, I just kind of like to see where they end up. So it's kind of like if I let them have the standard name, then I just feel like they're a clean slate. You preferred earning a title Inquisitor, though being called your last name all the time was also Llewellyn. Yeah. Only a few people called me Kadash. Only a few people called me Kadash. Mostly it was Harold. Not Harold like the band's name, but like Harold like heraldry. I mean, that's been fun so far. I'm glad you're having a good time. I wish I had been wrong about it. Okay, what do I want to do? I think I want to do this L. And I think I want to do... Oh, there's a rabbit riding a snail. Oh, there's a rabbit. Okay. New plan. You play on PC, you can play together too. I only play on PC. There's also a manticore on this plate, and manticores are my least favorite mythical creature. Maybe not my, you know... I'm not indifferent about them. They scare the fuck out of me. What? They're fucking creepy. Least favorite might be, okay, you enjoy your scorpion-tailed freaking lion with a man face. No justice for manticores. Lock them up. Lock up all the manticores. There is this bizarre, like, you're gonna think this place is fake, but it's not. Kay can like vouch for me if they know about this. There is an old tire factory that you have to drive past to get to many places in LA that is now an outlet mall. And it is Sumerian. It's Sumerian themed. It's a Sumerian former tire factory, current outlet mall. Citadel. Yes. And it's got manticores all over it. And I am like, I used to drive past it late at night if I was coming like home from a club in LA. And I would just be like, one of these fucking days, it's gonna eat me. I'll find a picture. I'll find a picture. This place is real. Citadel Mall. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my least favorite mall in the Citadel. I want to see it from the street, from the highway. Well, let's see. Open image, a new tab. That image isn't big enough. There we go. There we go. So here we go. This is the Citadel Outlets, originally Samson Tire and Rubber Factory. You ship a manticore the Sphinx, not to be heteronormative, but you see a gay couple and you're like, so, who's the manticore and who's the Sphinx? You never been, but on road trips with my grandparents, you always knew we were getting close to home when you passed there. Yeah. There's a mall in the UAE that was themed around travels of Ibn Battuta. It was wild. Yeah, this is the mall. And let me see if I can find it from the road. Because from the freeway, it's, in my opinion, even weirder. Come on, where is there a picture? Oh, okay. Here's one of the manticores. Here it is. Oh, it's only 300 by 300. So I'll just show here. This is one of the manticores. But yeah, on the freeway, it's lined with them. Here's the manticores again. What is it? Manticores love a bargain. It is an outlet mall. If not a manticore, what is it? Here they are. There we go. The huge line of them. Look at them. That's what greets you on the freeway. It's a, okay, specific Guardian thing. Well, they freak me out. I hope they don't think that they need to guard from me, because they freak me the fuck out. And that's probably their point. They're probably there to freak out enemies, but I don't know if you need to freak out enemies from your mall. All right, so. No, oh no, I accidentally got like some of this stuff on this nail. We're just gonna wipe it off with this brush. I already top coated it. And I think I'm gonna get some gold. Let's gild this shit. Whatever they are, they be freaky. That's all I have to say. It's called a llama, according to Google. Do we have any more information about the llamas? A llama? He's supposed to be dead. Danny, I love you so much. Lamasu are human-headed, eagle-winged bulls or lions that once protected cities in Mesopotamia. They were believed to be very powerful creatures and serve both as clear reminders of the king's ultimate authority and as symbols of protection for all people. Okay, well, they'll protect from me for sure. You get one of those. That thing come around my house, I kill it. That's all I'm gonna say. Damn, Lamasu, you scary. Hashtag still afraid of manticores. I'm gonna find you the exact image. Yeah, here's the exact image that made me afraid of manticores. Griffins are fine. Griffins are fine, but like, I know this isn't the be-all end-all, the be-all end-all, I'm from New York now, of manticores. But hell fucking no. Hello, Holly. How are you doing? Super late. You're grieving about the election over the phone with your parents. I wish I could do that. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you have them to grieve with, though. It's a no for me, dog. Exactly. And even if we get into like this like cowardly lion ass shit here, right? Thank you. Thank you. Like Peter and Kathy Griffin. They're okay. Peter and Kathy Griffin are both okay. I can't say I'm the world's biggest fan of either of them, but they've both made me laugh. They've both made me laugh. There's both been times that I've watched both of them pretty religiously. That time isn't now, but it's been a time. Yeah, look at this fucked up shit. Is this what you're into? I'm not kink shaming, Earth Girl. I'm kink asking why. Depending on your answer, I might kink shame. This one just looks tormented. This one looks like it's at the dentist. At you know? Like, do you see what I'm seeing here? The Manticore and the Pixar, which Pixar movie? Check out James Christensen's Manticore. James Bond? Christensen. You aren't making your case. The case hasn't been made, unfortunately. I wish I was there with you. I want to be with you on this journey. But unfortunately, where you're going, I can't follow. It's that, again, that thing comes to my house, I kill it. Wall boy lives in my wall. I fuck it. It's yeah, there definitely Manticores have some Cowardly Lion vibes. Manticore reminds you of Neverending Story, even though you know it's Falcor. I love Falcor. Falcor looks weird. Falcor looks weird in the face. We can all agree. Falcor looks a bit weird in the face, but he's got such a good personality. Oh, is on. I haven't seen a new Pixar movie. I think the last new Pixar movie I saw was probably Brave. And I know what you're gonna tell me. But they're good. But they're good still. They're not just for kids. They're good. And what I'll say to you about that is there's so much goddamn stuff out there to watch. I'm sure they're great. Does that mean I'm gonna watch them? That I have the energy or time? No. Because people are always like, well, they're not just for kids. Like, that's my big sticking point. And I'm like, I pretty much just watch like horror movies when I have the time. When Pixar releases like a straight up horror movie, you better believe I'll watch it. I'm the Rum Tum Tugger. I only like what I find for myself. All right, let's like do some actual fucking nail art. So we're gonna pick up this L. We're gonna take the L as we have all week. Am I right, kids? We've taken the L. We have gotten it. Do I have... No. Do I have no? Falcor is precious and he's iridescent. He is the GOAT. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I love Finding Nemo. Pretty much up until Brave, I saw all of them. Unless Finding Dory came out before Brave. I wasn't very interested in Finding Dory. I was kind of like, we're done with this. Yeah, I saw Toy Story 3. I love Toy Story 3. You love horror movies, you definitely feel like you're going to go to a horror movie binge soon. You wanted to during October, but you're super busy with the dental appointments and you weren't in the Halloween spirit. Well, I do think it's a good time to get into horror movies. I always think it's a good time to get into horror movies. Last time we had an election like this, though, I couldn't watch one for 4 years because I was just so disgusted. I was just like, I just could not have anything negative happen in front of me. I was like, I can't watch sad movies. I can't watch horror movies. But this time, I think that Bill from Murder Party said it best when he said, fuck this whole scene, everybody dies. I don't actually mean that about anybody, but that's just kind of the vibe I have in my brain right now. That's what we're dealing with right now. Having one good horror scene, I don't know if that's a well, but you know what? There's actually a lot of scary parts in Toy Story movies, so I'm gonna take my objection back. I agree. They are capable. They are capable. Sometimes you gotta stop yourself and be like, hold on, I'm being negative for no reason. I'm just like, whatever. Oh my God. Thank you. Now you see dirty stampers. This is what I stamped, but there will be more stamping. So, Rahara is learning how to reverse stamp. So one of the first things you want to do if you're reverse stamping is you want to let your stamp dry. It's like the opposite of what you're going to want to do when you're doing regular stamping, where you want to go as fast as possible. You do want to get it on the stamper as fast as possible, but once it's on the stamper, give it at least a couple minutes to dry. Because I'm doing mostly like all reverse stamping, I'm going to be doing all my stamping up front and letting them all dry and then going back. We are going to have this jousting rabbit on a snail versus a rabbit with a sword and shield, or stick and shield, actually. That's what we're doing right now. Let me adjust the camera just a bit. Get you kind of in there with these two rabbits. Yes, I love the spider baby toy. It is haunting, but also it is baby. You know what I mean? You're the opposite. If you're sad, you can't watch happy things. Your brain is like, I cannot relate to this thing called happiness. Yeah, no, I like to be happy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think at that time it was like I stopped seeing watching like a lot of movies. Like I used to watch every movie that was nominated for an Academy Award. And I stopped at some point because I just didn't care. You heard something fall in here? Probably. I don't know though. Yes, I'm just gonna be doing some stamping. Wait. Honestly, the end of the first movie when the toys attack is pretty freaky, especially when he turns his head all the way around. All right, I believe in Pixar's ability to make a horror movie, at least old Pixar. Because that's the thing, is that like almost every company that like we love is just like a soulless corporation now. Like obviously there's, small companies. But it's like fucking... Like, BioWare was my favorite game studio. But nobody... It's like the ship of fucking Theseus over there, you know? If you trade around every part, is it still the same company? And I think at a certain speed, it is. I think that Jim Henson Studios, to a degree, is still the same company. Well, actually, though, like, I know Frank Oz, one of the, like... Well, is he one of the only living ones? He doesn't really consider it that way. But, like, Brian Henson runs it, so that makes me kind of feel like, oh, yeah, it is. But, yeah, like, I think at a certain, like, if it's slow enough and they keep their, like, vision, then it is. But, like, when it's just, like, corporate turnover, I don't think it is. Also, private equity buying up everything and sucking them dry. Exactly. So much of your marriage involved watching TV and movies. When that all ended, you could only watch Great British Bake Off for like 2 years and then eventually BoJack Horseman. That makes sense. That actually makes total sense. You just heard your mom getting out of her office. Is that a problem? I'll be reverse painting for a while. I know the last time we had an election like this, there was a new season of Bake Off like the next day. And I was so grateful. I was so, so grateful. We've got the other rabbit right there. we're cleaning that off with tape. Let me see if there's anything that we want to put on my pinky. I want it to be facing the right way. I could also just use a pattern, but I don't really want just a pattern on my pinky. Perhaps a rampant lion. Or we could just have a manticore peeking out like, oh, thought you saw the last of me now, huh, bitch? British taking care of their former colonies with baking shows to heal our hearts, right? Your favorite reality competition show is Jim Henson's Creature Shop. It was the only for one season, so wholesome. I did watch that. It was amazing. It was amazing. Does anyone else have my pet peeve around kids movies where the peril is genuinely dark and serious? I think they die horribly, but it's okay because it works out. Like, it doesn't make the danger not real. That is not a pet peeve of mine. I actually like that. I don't know though. I like real stakes, even for kids, but like, yeah, I suppose it's a nuanced thing. It does depend. Okay. I think I'll do a rampant lion or a dragon. No, I'll do the manticore. That'd be funny. Just like have the fucking manticore be like, heard you talking shit. Oh, I'm gonna actually have to redo that. They didn't clean the stamper. You need to check out this Toy Story hell. I think you've seen segments of that movie, but not the full version. Toy Stories 1, 2, and 3 are all really good. Like, you know, I don't know if I would say like actually 10 out of 10, but like not 10 out of 10. Like, I believe that there's a 10 out of 10. What's everybody's favorite Toy Story character? Mine is Lotso Huggin' Bear. Because he's so cute. He's so fucking cute. And he's so evil. I'm like, I just love you. He's a hugger. You adore Woody. You can tell the manticore Susan loves him. Susan loves you. Nobody else loves you. Everybody hates you, but Susan. I guess technically Helen does as well. The British Baking Show can always make you feel better. You should resubscribe to Netflix so you can binge this weekend. That's a good idea. Everybody binge watch your comfort show. You always like the little aliens. They are so fucking cute. Wait. What are you saying, Luna? Lion rampant on a field of azure, i.e. the apartment flag in the Big Bang Theory. Incredible. In fact, Woody is your hear me out. Danny, just because Lotso is my favorite character does not mean I need to hear you out on Woody. I get it. And he's Tom Hanks. Hello? Can you hear me? It's Tom Hanks. Are you there, Tom Hanks? It's me, Margaret. Okay. I'll take a snake in my boot anytime. Look, we all get it. We all get it. We all have a little room in our boot for Woody. His name's Woody. He can have a friend in me. Sorry, Dippy Aggie, I need to unpack this because I like to imagine that what you're implying here is that you're gonna like cuck Woody. Like Woody's not gonna be involved, but he's gonna bring over his friend, and you're just gonna fuck in front of him. Everybody, weigh in. Would you cuck Woody? I know it's not what you were intending, but that's all I could think of, obviously. My lips are so fucking chapped, by the way, so I'm gonna be applying some of this. Until sort of recently, I always thought Woody was saying there's a snake in my boat. You always thought he was a cowboy. Why a boat? That's incredible. If I still worked at the Jungle Cruise, Holly, that would be added to my repertoire. Absolutely. In front of Lil Bo Peep. Oh my god. Oh my god. If the friend in question is Lil Bo Peep. So are we cucking Lil Bo Peep? Or are we fucking Lil Bo Peep? Cucked or fucked? Or both. You don't have to cuck the same person every time. Mix it up, you know? Both is good. All right. Time to start the painting. Danny, I'm becoming you. I'm turning into a crab. Reject modernity. Become crab. Crab actually is kind of modern. You gotta develop into crab. Crabs are evolved. Evolved beings. My desk actually isn't that messy. It's just that like I'm my lamp is really low. Lamp's getting pretty low, as they say. All right, so we got our fancy L. I do want to paint the fancy L. So let us get the tape, remove stuff. Ultimate cartoonization now. That's the platform that the Democrats should run on next time. Life is too complicated. As a human, the seas are rising. Become crab. Become crab. That's all we need. You look forward to the day when we all become crab. Yeah, why am I crab? Because everybody is crab, Danny. All right, I think this bird's a peacock. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let me grab a red. Feeling some hollow taco today, so we're gonna be using I'm Over Brew. Well then crack my legs open and eat my meat. Danny. That was so lewd. We get that. Have y'all seen one of my favorite shirts that says, if you don't suck me like a crab leg, I'm going back to my old bay? Oh my god. You'd be so impressed with the Dems having a platform, right? Right? Oh my god, Danny, I will never recover. I will never financially recover from this. Norma Till Not, that's your brand. It absolutely is. Your brand. Okay. When I'm done with this, I have a picture I want to share. So I will work on this. Okay, so now we are reverse painting. So this isn't the best example because it's gold and you can't really see it. But I'm just laying down this burgundy, just like a little coloring book. And you can use a brush or a dotting tool, and it kind of depends on what you're painting, if you want to use a brush or a dotting tool. But the big thing is that you don't want to disturb the stuff on the plate. You want to float. You want to float that polish because you can smudge it. Trying to figure out exactly what here is part of this kind of ropey thing. Because this ropey thing goes under. I don't know if it's a peacock or a pheasant. I actually think it might be a pheasant. A pheasant will be more fun because it won't be the same color as the background. You're definitely a dotting tool reverse stamper. The tool should not touch the stamper when you first start. Just kiss the polish too. Exactly. Your husband didn't get the 1-800 contacts reference last time he made it. You were so sad. That is so sad. Yeah, for me, it really depends. I'm mostly a brush reverse stamper. And if you're wondering why I'm explaining this so much, it's because Rahara had questions about this. So this is going to be a bit of an educational stream. This is kind of a it's a bit of a hard plate to see, so apologies for that. But I really wanted to use it. I'm gonna look up a pheasant. All right, they've got like green and red heads and brown beige bodies. So we will get a brown. I feel like I just heard my husband make a kissy noise at me. Didn't fly too close to the sun and try to paint with the polish that's dried a little too much. Ooh, yeah. That's the big thing, is that like, it's really important to keep your painting polish wet. Speaking of painting polish, I don't think painting polish is here today. But anyway, so yeah, when you see my like, I will stop in the middle of painting and I'll just make myself a new dot. Like, it's a, yeah. That is one of the big issues painting. With nail polish in general, is that it dries so fast. So yeah, right now I'm really just dabbing in. So like, you can either avoid touching altogether, but something that often works is also just dabbing instead of like painting. That will usually give you a good finish. Oh, you combat it by adding a drop of thinner. In my experience, that just like, I don't know. I'm just not into it. Like, and I will say, even though, like, I reverse paint a fuck ton. You know, there used to be a time where I did my nails on stream. Oh no! I use too much. Creature94, thank you for the follow. What did you do with all the other creatures? I need to look back at the picture and see if I fix this correctly. I think I did. Yeah. What kind of climate you live in really does change. It really does change like how your stamping works. Like, I know that when it's humid out, sometimes my nail polish just never fucking dries, regardless. All right, so that is mostly painted in. Just want to check. Okay. I just want to paint in the empty spaces with gold because I want this letter to be entirely gold leaf. But yeah, like, there are so few polishes that I have run out of. So few. I'm not sure I've ever actually fully run out of a polish. I think I've given up before they've gotten completely out. But like the ones that I've run out of are basically like white, black, and Sassy Nass Pass Bland. But other than that, even though I do this all the time and I paint all the time, I just really don't run out. So I think it's worth it to change it out. But that is just me. So now we have a perfect little image, but like I said, this one's not like a very good example. So let's move on to these rabbits. I'm gonna get some gray. I want the primary color of these rabbits to be Dreamers Awake, which is my favorite gray. But we also got the snail. And I have some nice snail colors. So let's start painting this rabbit. We also are gonna need some Sassy Nass. See, like I just put the gray down, but I don't know if I'm going to like need that gray. Like I realize I'm gonna have to. This is just me saying waste your nail polish. Waste it. You spent too much time trying to get a flute art look right with Sassy Nass, and I was like, ooh, I used it all, and the next day there was barely a fill line. Exactly, especially with Orleys. Especially with Orleys. Sometimes if I'm doing a really small part, I actually went over on that one a bit. I probably shouldn't have used this brush, but it is what it is. This is still wet enough to use though, this gray. Did I paint over the shell? Oh no, its leg is there. So yeah. I'm not getting in there and stroking my brush. I'm not sliding it across the image. I'm just dotting it in. And it's good to pay attention to the opacity, because especially if you're putting it over a busy polish or a dark polish, yes, no stroking, no sliding, just little touches, unless you are painting it in the same direction as a line. So if I were to outline this rabbit and paint it just in the same direction, I'm not saying that you should slide it, but it's really not as important. And that's also something that's true with, like, if you have like vertically striped nails, you don't really need to worry too much about smudging them when you put top coat on, as long as you don't, go side to side for some reason. But yeah, so I might want to do an extra layer of gray, or I might do a layer of white. Like, a layer of white's always good to make sure that your back is opaque. But the more thick you make your image, the more it's going to stand out. It also takes longer to dry. There can be other downsides to it. So it's really a guess and test kind of thing. Anyone who hasn't tried them, Baroness X drying drop / spray works great. I've been meaning to try some of things like that. I haven't done it. I'm going to get Snow Bunny. Here's Snow Bunny from the latest Orly collection, the Après Ski collection, because we all know that skiing is fire. And there isn't like a full place where this like ear like has pink. It's not like obvious exactly. So I've just put like a little dab of pink in there. And then we've got this snail. And I think for this snail, I think I want to use at least a little bit of Active Folly, I think, for the snail itself. The fireplace at the ski lounge. Great job, Orly, right? For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Oops. That was wrong. This was right. This snail looks kind of like a pit bull. I love when they didn't know how to draw. They're like, what does a snail's face look like? And it's like, kind of like a little dog. Or well, pit bulls aren't little dogs. But they would be if they were the size of a snail. And you may quote me on that. I need a very, very... You read that as a pet snail. Mistake. Maybe you want to pet snail even more. Pet a snail. Petting a snail is a very easy task to achieve. They're so fucking slow. If you see a snail you've basically already pet it. Like, you can kind of like, you can like bank that snail. Danny technically has pet snails. All right, and let's paint this ear. And I'm gonna make sure that all of my little bits are filled in. Since I'm using this very fine brush. You're a beautiful, beautiful bunny. I need to decide on the color of the snail's butt. I kind of want to use Don't Be Suspicious, but I feel like it's gonna be too dark. You do, they just keep breeding. Yeah, your horny ass snails. There are some big snails, but whenever you, at least I haven't seen it recently, but I remember every time I used to come into like LAX or the international terminal, there are these big signs that were like, do you have African snails? Do you have big ass snails on you? Because you better fucking not. And I'm like, who is bringing back these big old fucking snails? Trying to find a good brown or something. I think I'll use this slightly orange brown by Zoya. Oh shit, my travel snails. Exactly. Like, oh fuck, are you saying I have to leave my snails on the plane? And maybe they were bringing them back into the States as lap snails. We may never know. All right. We got that. I'm gonna use this tiny brush again. Because I just kind of don't know what this reddish brown is going to do to my rabbit. Usually if it's one color behind another color, I just paint the whole back. But today, I'm just kind of worried this will bleed. Okay, that is too dry. All right, and I'm just trying to fill in everything because like these rabbits are gonna look good. I forgot for a second. These rabbits are going on this nice light background, and even though there is a pattern, it's not one that's like very like contrasting, and both of the colors are light. So when you're stamping over light, you have to worry a little bit less about getting it completely full. But yeah, it is good though to have it nice and opaque. So here is our snail rider rabbit. Not perfectly filled in, but it's probably not going to show on my nail that I've gone outside the lines a tiny bit. And also, I don't think, I think there's a time and place for absolute perfection. But I also think that sometimes a little bit of, like a little fluidity, a little mistake, I think that's cute. I think it can be very cute. So, and now we've got this one. Let's see. I guess I'm going to make his shield wood. So I'm going to paint it with, might as well paint the rabbit first. Yeah, I'll paint the rabbit first, or paint his eye first. We'll paint the eye first. So we're going to go in with Sassy Nass. You could use white for the eye. This is off-white, obviously. It's off-white. But eyes aren't white. They're off-white. Or they reflect the color around them, depending on the situation you're in, on the lighting you're in. It all depends. A little bit of string came off of that, but I'm just gonna leave it there. And we're gonna do more gray. We're just gonna do some more fucking gray. This is like a color palette I almost never have. Like these grays and earth tones and stuff. Like, it's unusual for me. So I'm gonna take this bigger brush. Oh, I keep like making little mistakes. Oh well. I'm just gonna fill in the bigger areas. Then you can switch over to the smaller brush or smaller dotting tool if that's what you're using. I don't think I have a dotting tool small enough for me to be comfortable using it on the little leggies. But most stamps aren't going to be this fine. Yeah, I put a lot of polish. Like, in general, I feel like it's better to have too much polish on your tool than not enough. But that's just me. All right, the inside of this rabbit's ear is like entirely black. So it's already got its thing figured out. We don't need to paint it pink. And I always like to be smart about what layers I'm doing first. So because there's something small on this big shield, I painted the small thing first, and then I'll just come back and cover it all up. There we go. There we go. We got it. One of my favorite polishes for wood is See Y'all Later Chai. It's especially good for light woods like popsicle sticks, if you're doing an ice cream themed mani. Things like that. And we're just making it a light wood. Because by the way that this rabbit's holding it, you can tell it's the back of the shield. I went a little over the lines. I'm going to see if I can kind of coax it back. But also that color is actually on my nail, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, both of the colors that I kind of like fucked up with are actually on my nail, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we have another beautiful little rabbit right here. He's gonna fight with the other rabbit. The girls are fighting. Where's the, there's the L. There's the L. Okay. And now we have a fucking manticore. And I think I know what colors I want. I already have this reddish brown, which is a wonderful lion's mane color. Thanks. Thank you so much. One thing that we focus a lot on in DBT is like accumulating positives and building mastery. Just basically doing stuff for yourself so that, you know, when the hard times come, you have something positive to focus on. And I feel really blessed because I do a lot of things that I really want to do. My life feels like it has a lot of meaning. And we're all working on, oh, Hubs is home and you're off the clock. Have a great rest of your stream. Have a great day with the Hubs, Danny. Tell him I said hi. All right, this manticore has a tongue. But yeah, all of us here in this nail community are developing mastery of the nail arts. When you paint your nails and you go, wow, I did that so good. Just remember how great it is that you learned that. And even if you're just at the beginning of your journey, you know, keep going, keep practicing. Even if you don't paint within the lines now or whatever you're working on, doesn't mean that you can't get there. Because when I started doing my nails, like, I couldn't paint like just a regular like nail for shit. I really couldn't. So practice has really made perfect. All right. I couldn't clean for shit either. I couldn't like clean up my fuck ups. I'd always go right through my nail. I don't really know what's going on in this manticore's body. There's a lot of segmentation. Man, this one's got two fucking tails. Yeah. A good set of brushes, or at least a passable set of brushes, is essential. So yeah, I'm gonna paint just the whole body. This nice kind of beigey color. And then I'm gonna paint the tail the reddish brown again. Yeah, see, I'm dabbing it all into the little corners. You want to make sure you get it all the way to the corner. And double tail's double scary. You're so right. Like, you have hit the nail on the head. This thing's a fuck. I hate him. You're a fuck. I hate you. You got to show the stamps who's boss, you know? You just got to be like, you stamp, you're a fuck. Worst fucking manticore. But I will wear you. I'm going to somebody's birthday dinner tonight. I'm actually going to see a fair amount of people who saw me at that party in my Brahms costume. And we're like, I don't want to engage with you. And I'm excited to show them this nail art. This whole manticore might not fit on my pinky, but it's always better to overfill. Oh, he looks very good. I did kind of fuck up his, like, I did kind of go off the edge of his feet, but it's not going to be a big deal. You're still here, but if you randomly stop chatting, it's the rain here making you very relaxed. You might end up napping. Never worry about if you keep chatting or not. Whether or not people keep chatting, I'm going to keep chatting. I am perfectly capable of talking to myself. I can see some holes, so I'm going to be going over the back again. Painting polish, you're here! I thought you weren't here earlier. Maybe you weren't here earlier. I was talking about painting polish, like the act of it, doing that. And then I was like, painting polish isn't here. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and just take this kind of slightly bigger brush. Sometimes a brush that is like a lot bigger than you think that you want or need can actually be really good for detail work because the tip is still very pointed. And then the bigger your brush is, kind of like the more paint it can hold. So it's always good to have some options and to play around. Yeah. And then soon we're gonna put them on my nails. So there we go, the manticore. Now, what we needed to use is a bonder base. The easiest one to get, you can probably find this at the drugstore. If not, you can find it at Ulta. You should be able to find it at Sally Beauty. This is so imminently available and it works so well and it's so well priced. Orly Bonder. And Orly, for nail art, for creams, Orly is my favorite brand. I get the Orly Color Pass and I think it's so worth it if you're going to be doing nail art and reverse stamping and stuff because it's just such an abundant company. There is just so much of, like, each of these bottles is, 18 ounces, or no, sorry, 18 ounces. That'd be ridiculous. Whoa. Don't do what I just did there. You can clean it up, though. Each of these bottles is 18 milliliters. Boxes, bottles. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm saying. They're big fucking polished bottles. You'll never run out. I've never run out of an Orly. I'm close on some, but I've never run out. But yeah, Bonder base is available almost everywhere because people just really love it, and it's a sticky base. So we're just going to paint on my nails, and we're gonna let them dry a bit. We wanna make it so the base is tacky, but the nail isn't so wet that it smooshes underneath it. And something that helps with that, usually if I'm doing stamping, whatever I put on the base, or even painting, I'll do whatever polish is on the base, and then I will do my top coat over it and let that dry while I'm doing the reverse painting, or just let it dry and then paint. And that does a few things. One thing, it makes the base harder. So if you're stamping, you're less likely to like smoosh and make the base get all smooshy and like fuck it up. The other thing is that especially if you are painting, you can't, do this forever, but you can remove some paint with some acetone and a brush. If you make a mistake, you can correct it sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And then the other thing that it can do is it can make your images pop out a bit. It can make them look a little more 3D. And I think that's very cool. And I like that on most looks. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want that at all. And so I don't put anything there, but usually either I don't mind it or I do want it. Okay, so we have the L. I'm guessing this is dry enough, especially because, like I said, I used a top coat. So here is this one. And, this isn't my finest reverse stamping, but we have some finer ones. Maybe I shouldn't have used the gold, but I still think it's fun. And also, once we add top coat, it might look even better. So now we need, this rabbit is fighting this way. So the sticky base is gonna let me place him down. Look how perfect he looks. So nice, so nice. Could have used a different color for that shield. Thank you. I'm gonna actually turn this around so that I can kind of see. See, this rabbit is smaller and looks a little more scared. That rabbit is looking up at something. Who knows what it is? But it does have the snail. It does have the snail, so I think it's at a slight advantage. Now let's place this disgusting manticore that I hate. Hey, he fits perfectly. And there we go. My medieval nails. Having your life ruined by a glitter topper right now. I'm so sorry. Are you trying to remove it? Part of me wants to replace my index finger with a different image. I've just got to decide if I actually want to do that. What is an image that would go well on my index? Because, like, I don't think it'd be that hard to. Although these all did take a long time to paint. Nah, I'm not going to, but I am gonna do this script on my thumb. It's got big poop emoji glitters and they're all faded and hard to fish out. That sucks. Is that from Sweet and Sour? All right, back itches. Okay, we're gonna go big or go home. I don't like this L. Hey, Color Club, go kick rocks. But yeah, Rahara, that's basically the whole technique. And then, you know, you already know how to stamp, so you know that you need to be very careful with applying your top coat. I'm gonna see if I can just remove this. Honestly, y'all, I think I might add an extra layer of top coat, or of top coat of this polish. It does look really fucked up, but honestly, it's kind of like good enough for me. Let me let this dry all the way. And I'm just gonna add another layer of fucking Aegean because I don't want to redo this entire nail, but I really want either a better letter. What I think I'll do is I'm just gonna put the S for myself. Oh yeah. There, I fixed it. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. Under that layer is all... The L stands for La Boy. Oh my god, I fucking love it. I am so excited because I was kind of stumbling on this last chapter of Le Boy, of my fanfic for Le Boy. And I figured out what I want to happen. Sometimes I have ideas where I'm like, it's gonna happen this way. It's gonna happen this way. And then I get there and I'm like, it can't happen that way. And that's when you have to be versatile, you know? That's when you have to let your versatility come through. Killing your darlings is not just characters that you kill in your pieces. It's also moments, scenes, ideas. They don't all work out. I'm gonna grab this. Put that on my thumb. Let's see if we can take some of the excess off with tape. That is so funny. The L is for Le Boy. Limmy watching Le Boy. I watched the ending sequence to Le Boy this morning because I just wanted to see my beautiful Brahmsy baby. I'm such a silly goose. I accidentally did the canon wrong in my piece. The L was just a cool image. The L was just a cool image. That's all. It just looked cool. It standed for like whatever. Like cool image. But we're just gonna change it with an S. Have you got invisibled again? You're not invisible to me. It just had some stuff that I could paint on the back, and I wanted to do that, and then I decided not to. Then I just decided not to. I'm just like, I thought it was funny. You don't need to be sorry. I keep talking about it because... Oh, unless you're saying sorry to Luna. I just assume everybody's talking to me all the time. Here and elsewhere. That's why I love streaming, though, because mostly people are talking to me, and then everybody's always listening to me. And I never want to shut up, and I want everybody to hear every goddamn word I have to say, regardless of how dumb it is. I'm like, listen to me! It's important! I have to tell you about the smut I'm reading. This didn't come out as well as I would like it to, so we're gonna restamp it. If I was invisible. Sorry, that's the only part of that song I know. If Clay Aiken was invisible. You know, whatever you want to do, y'all. Whatever you want to do. All right. Just fucking ignore me. It's fine. Man, this is like a hard one to pick up. It looks fine though. It's fine. But I've held it for a long I've held it for a long time though. Let's try one more time to get like a good pickup. We'll try it with this stamper, scrape, stamp. That's as good as any of them have been. It really doesn't want to pick up that like fine tip on the S. That's fine. There we go. It's a little bit lumpy because what I put it over was lumpy, but I'm just gonna let it be lumpy. I don't care right now. But I also want to paint my other hand while we're here. Oh, let us grab our Apipola. The lumpiness should be taken out with top coat. It should be fine. Here we go. Paint over the bunnies. Paint over the manticore. Beauty. You love lovely lady lomps. Exactly. My humps, my humps, my humps. My lovely lady lomps. You have a cheaper dupe for water-based top coat if you only need them for polishes with bleeding pigments. What is it? do a little more cleaning on my thumb while we're waiting. I need to figure out my setup a little more since it's changed. I can't believe I have a new microphone. I've like kind of needed a new microphone like basically since I started. But I didn't want to do the research and I didn't want to spend the money. But finally, well, finally because we got an editor, which by the way, our editor edited our podcast. And I have some critiques that I need to send back to them. But overall, it was good. Like, it was, you know, like, it's good enough to post. And damn, it was easy. So next week, there's going to be a podcast. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I get you. I get you. These look so good. I'm so happy with these. I do wish I had gotten some maroon on these, but it is what it is. So, while those dry, and I wait for me to put on my top coat, I'm gonna look for some polish. If I hadn't just worn Queen of Rot, I would wear Queen of Rot. Elmer's clear washable liquid glue. Also, clear glue sticks work well too and dry faster because it's semi-solid. You've used both, and the liquid is truer to color. That is very fun. That's so cool. Well, there's a Song of Ice and Fire, which is a bit medieval-ish. See if anybody has any ideas. Now you painted a bunch of stupid poop emoji glitters onto your mat, where they'll dry out for easier placement and have time to think about what they've done. Perfection. In a kind of multi-chromey mood. This doesn't really fit the vibe, but it does fit the name, which is Dragon Scales by Mooncat. I do think of Song of Ice and Fire, though. I think I'll just use that. I don't really need an excuse to wear Mooncat's Dragon Scales. It's one of my favorite polishes of all time. Alrighty, alrighty. This hand is moisturized in its lane and thriving. I love Dragon Scales. I wish they had released it with its old name, which I don't remember what its old name was, but Supervillain was Bebop. And I thought that was so fucking cute that it was called Bebop. They were part of a jazz quartet collection. I am literally just going to push back a cuticle and like not even fucking worry about it. Just get pushed. Oh no, I have plenty of Mooncat. I don't buy a lot of Mooncat. Yes, okay, so there was like a voting process to bring back old Live Love Polish polishes because let me get some out. I think Bebop is over there actually. So this is Mercury's Tears from Live Love Polish. And yeah, I bought this Mercury's Tears is very dried out. But yeah, so I bought a few from Live Love Polish back in the day. And then one of them was Bebop, and I loved it so much. It was I just absolutely fell in love with it. It was from a jazz quartet collection. And they were all multi-chrome glitters, like Bebop or like Dragon Scales and Supervillain is now. Oh yeah, I didn't say Supervillain is Bebop. And then the other one, I don't remember what it was called. Oh, it was called Jam Session. It was called Jam Session. Yeah. So Mercury's Tears made it into Mooncat. But when they asked people what they wanted to bring back from Live Love Polish, I was like, please, please bring back Bebop. I love Bebop so much. And they decided they wanted to give it a new name. So they brought back two. They brought back Jam Session and Bebop, but they named them Supervillain and Dragon Scales. And I did buy both of them. I bought Dragon Scales, a new bottle of it, even though I already had Bebop. And, did I say Dragon Scales? I don't know. Supervillain was Bebop. I need to switch over to my new bottle of Dry and Prep. But yeah, when they initially started Mooncat, though, they didn't have either of those. And it wasn't until they did the, like, we'll bring them back thing. But I would love it if they brought back the other two from that collection, although, I mean, presumably they weren't as exciting. But still. All right. Really should get Dry and Prep next time it's on PPU. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it is really cool they were, and I'm just so glad that they brought back Bebop as Supervillain, because I was so worried I'd never be able to buy it again. Now, will I ever run out of Supervillain? Probably not. But it's good to be able to recommend it. This is such a thick layer of top coat. Why? All right, well, enjoy it, Rabbit. And It's just good to know it's there. I know Gidge swears by dry and prep. I didn't really have a lot of problems with my nails popping off with like nail polish peeling in the first place. I mean, I did before I learned proper cuticle care. I did before I learned to push back my cuticles, and I would just like paint over the cuticle, and I'd be like, why is it peeling from the bottom? And it's because like my cuticle was there. But other than that, I didn't really have problems. But Gidge did. And Gidge says that dry and preps really help them. Mostly I just like to do everything by the book, you know? I'm like, get it nice and dehydrated. And I don't know if she still uses it, but Kelly Marissa used to say that she used the Cuccio. Cuccio has kind of a dry and prep. And I bought that. But then I started buying Glisten and Glow Top Coat. And around the time I started buying Glisten and Glow Top Coat, they released their dry and prep. And it's no more expensive than Cuccio's. Like, Glisten and Glow, especially on their like staples, like their top coat and base coat and whatever, they're actually pretty well priced. They're pretty much the same price as the same price or cheaper of any top coat worth using, including drugstore kind. Because most of the drugstore ones that are worth using aren't actually cheaper than the indie ones worth using, you know? They're like $12. And I think that Glisten and Glow Top Coat is $6. By the way, here they are with the top coat on them. You find buffing works well too for peeling, but you think it's safer if you have short nails because it'll thin too much over time, go back and forth between short and medium. Yeah. Yeah, I've been buffing my nails more since I've been doing short and medium recently. I honestly like doing nail art better on short nails. Like, I really love being put in a box. I love having a lot of restriction. And also, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, even though when you wear really long nails, there are stamps that fit better on them, a lot of times the stamps are, like, wider than they are long. And so I think that that looks not that great on really long nails. So I really like doing my art in my short nails. Thank you so much, Luna. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I love spending time with y'all. I'm so excited to show the people who will be coming Everything's Illuminated next week. It is just such a fantastic movie. I love it from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna have to get a new copy on Amazon because I lent it to my mother-in-law, and I'm pretty sure she just like takes it to bed at night. I mean, no, she has it with her DVDs, but like I don't really have the heart to take it away from her. I'm so excited for all of you to meet Alexander Perchov, who is friends dub Alex. Oh, look at that flake. Look at that flake. So good. One of your professors says restriction is the best for creativity. I think he's so right. I think he is so right. That's also one of the reasons I love fan fiction, because I love being in somebody else's world, and I love trying, like, I really like being canonically correct. I like being Canonically accurate? Canon accurate? There's a word for this. Anyway, I really love that. And when I'm writing video games, I really love to work like the video game, like mechanics into it. Not in a real sense, but like basically explaining it within the world in a way that makes sense. Like having the character describe a move they're doing and having the audience be able to be like, oh, they're doing that spell or whatever. Even if the person doesn't think of it that way. Because like the character I write for the most is a rogue. And so she has like a spell basically that's like stealth. But she doesn't like go into her menu and choose stealth. She like just describes what it feels like for her to do. And I like doing that. I really enjoyed writing for Fallout. Because I could do a lot of stuff like that. PPU starting on Black Friday. Well, well, well. That's going to be exciting. Here we go. Song of Ice and Fire. Let that dry for a minute, and then we will do, I guess we'll do a layer of glitter grabber and then top coat. Thank you. I wonder if that means wishlisting preview is happening sooner. It's a good question. Sorry, my lips are so chapped. I'm like sitting here like... like, flake off. It's been so freaking windy. The window right over there, it was closed, but it blew open a few nights ago. And like there was a table right in front of it and knocked everything off the table. It was crazy. All right, all right, all right. Where is my glitter grabber? Is it here? Yes, it is. So we will go in with the glitter grabber. Fantastic. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we gotta wait for it to dry again and put top coat on. As you frickin' do. What's the theme? What's the theme coming up on Black Friday? So you think you saw Nyx Polish and Lacquerdactyl say glitter grabber gives them air bubbles. The one you have from Vibrant Scents, and you haven't had that issue. I've never had that issue. Maker's Choice theme. Oh, that's exciting. It's exciting, exciting. Love a Maker's Choice. Hopefully it'll be good ones. I'm very curious if there's going to be any changes to the little Box of Horrors website next time it opens. I don't have much faith because they didn't even change the name, the misspelled name on the polish I told them was misspelled. So, who the fuck knows? All right, cool. So if we go to groups and we go to polish pickup pack, Move this microphone up a bit. Let's see if there's KB Shimmer, not snow fast. It's all right. I've seen a million polishes like that. Wildflower at heart. Ooh, stained glass. Ooh, hummingbird glass from Cuticula. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Zombie's not bad. All right. Ooh, what is this? This is inspired by... That is pretty cool. Oh, inspired by Has Been Hotel. I have two friends who were, like, desperate for me to watch that. Like, absolutely desperate for me to watch that. I'm not very good at watching things. Let's see. We got Northern Lights by Vanessa Molina. In the lane, snow is glistening. The Mum Dance. Kathleen and Co. is going fucking crazy. Someone over in Russia managed to grab all of season 2. Wait, all of season 2 of what? Oh, Has Been Hotel. Interesting. I hope that this Mummers Dance is based off of the Lorena McKennitt song. It's one of our favorite songs, me and my husband. I love it. I remember hearing it in the Pure Moods commercials. And yeah. So fun. Let's see. I do believe in fairies. Nice. Sure. Who's that by? Phoenix. BCB. Fly, you fools. That's pretty fun. So this is a, I hate that it does this. That is a, whatchamacallit? Lord of the Rings. You basically unfollowed everything Has Been related so you don't get wrecked. Yeah, that makes sense. How did someone in Russia get it? MJ Lacquer returns with self-care. It's super pruggly. Take care of yourself. Don't buy that one. I don't know. If you like it, buy it. Okay, we got Rocks. Art as Nails is giving us an almost duochrome. All right. Oh, one based off Fallout. I'd have to see more pictures of this one to really decide if I like it or not. The choices we make, I don't know what that's inspired by. A song called Night Book by Cadillacer. Not gonna get that. Power of Whimsy. It's whimsical. Not gonna get that. Danglefoot is bringing you a magnetic that I'm not gonna get. Colors de Carol. Blood Moon. That might be exciting. All mixed up, New Year, same shit. Hysterical. Alchemy Lacquers is bringing you Ephemera. That looks beautiful. I have something like it, but it looks beautiful. Wishlist November 24th. All right. Oh, I see. I see. A person worked their way in and got it. Wait. Oh, Hell of a Boss. Okay. I was like, isn't Has Been Hotel the one on YouTube? No, Hell of a Boss is. Hearts and Promises is just like its New Year's Eve theme. Ooh, the Danny Biana is very cute. Very cute. Ooh, like a green lavender field one. That's very nice. That's very cute. And that is from Penelope Luz. Painted Polish, Pinin' for You. That's cute. That's very cute. I'm not gonna open these up because it makes me redo the whole thing. Sassy Sauce brings you Fun Size, inspired by Cake Pops. All right, Lumen has that. It's okay. Ooh, the Lemming Lacquer, very cute. Very cute Lemming Lacquer. Sugar and Ice from Glistening Glow, very cute. And then Has Been Hotel, and then this bioluminescent fish. That is what we got. Let us do one last layer, And then I think it's going to be it for the day. So yeah, so far nothing that exciting. Of course, I always love to see a Lord of the Rings themed polish, but I've never seen a Lord of the Rings themed polish that I liked enough to buy. It'd be cool if somebody did like one themed after Sting, the sword. Have it glow blue. That would be interesting. All right. And there we are. We've got a very medieval look today. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I will make sure to remember to take a picture before I fuck off and post it in the Discord. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Little hands clapping. They're so cute. All right. There we go. That is it for the day. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. I will not be back on Tuesday because I am taking husbando somewhere. So I'll be back next Friday. There will be a movie night. I'm hoping sometime to get back to Tuesday streams or move them around to another day. We're not sure what's happening, but Fridays will remain the same. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I will see all y'all in the Discord. No movie night tonight. Movie night next week. It'll be really, really fun. But Shaw. All right. I'll see everybody.